of the creatures to creation. How did he do it? He said, let the earth bring forth his kind. Let the earth bring forth his kind. Let the water bring forth his kind. Now, number 3, God created the creator. How did he create the creator? He said, let us create man. Let us create man in our image and likeness. That means God saw an image. God saw an image and then communicated. So you are a creator. Tell me, I'm a creator. And also that you said that the man's purpose on earth is to create. How do you create? In your mind. Creation is the mental arrangement of thought, and a production is the application of course of that thought. So it's also said that man was supposed to create, and you create with your mind. So you are not functioning at that creative part. You are now sabotaging yourself. That's why you cannot achieve all the dreams, all the millions you desire. So you are supposed to create, and creating happens in the mind. And when you are thinking, you also practice in your imagination. Is an image nation. So we discussed all this yesterday. So today we'll start from where we stopped yesterday. You're excited about today's class, shall I? Now we are gradually moving to the thinking class right now. Moving to the thinking class. Let's start from here, the thinking class. Let's start from the thinking class. So before I talk about the thinking class proper, okay, the mic is ready. Okay, perfect. So before I talk about the thinking class, I always like to lay foundations so we can build on the foundation, because why people are not functioning at the level of soul function is that they don't know that they are creators. They don't know I belong to a thinking class. They don't know that just one idea away from their breakthrough. So I would like us to write this one down. Before the fall of man, bracket open, the blessed context. There was no sweat. Before the fall of man, bracket open, the blessed context. When man, when God blessed man, he said, go multiply, fruitful, dominate, Before the fall of man, bracket open, the blessed context. There is no sweat, command. All the trees bring fruit for him, bear fruit after his kind, and consumption enables production. Before the fall of man, there is no sweat, by bracket open, the blessed context. There is no sweat, comma, all trees bring fruit to man, bearing seeds after his own kind, and consumption enables production. Consumption enables production. There was no sweat before the fall of man, bracket on the blessed context, that when man was blessed, before the curse came, this man was blessed. There was no sweat. I discussed that yesterday. And the tree brings fruit to man, bearing seeds after his kind, and consumption enables production. But in the curse context, when man was cursed, consumption produced scarcity and lack. I'm going to explain that to you. So when a man, every fruit has a seed, and every seed has a fruit. So you can plant that seed, it germinates and give you more fruit. You can count the seed in a fruit, but you cannot count the fruit in a seed. I'll come to that one very soon. So I said, before the fall of man, consumption enables production. But in the curse context, that's after the fall of man, consumption produces scarcity and lack. At the moment a man consumes, the more he's going to scarcity and lack. But those days, as a man consumes, the seed goes and germinates. But today, you have to plant it, because Adam's work was not to toil, but this happened after the fall. So, in the blessed context of the paradise of God's original intent, the automatic man is a thinking being and belongs to a thinking class. That means, in the blessed context of a paradise of God's original intent, the authentic man is a thinking being and belongs to a thinking class. You are confused. Let me go back to the first one. I said, before the fall of man, the blessed context, if you've written that one down, shall I? There is no sweat, comma, trees bring forth fruit to man, comma, bearing seeds after his kind, and consumption enables production. If you have written that one down, shall I? Okay. Okay, that means I'm so fast. Trying to see how we can cover this class because I want to read to the point whereby you now realize that you can think your way out of poverty. You can think your way into wealth. You can learn your way out of poverty. You can learn your way into it. So when these things happen, there's no need to begin to look at external factors. It's already embedded in you, but it's in raw material. But you have to discover it, develop it, and deploy it. That's how you make money. So if you neglect your own giftings, your own talent, your own idea, all these things God embedded in you, and start pursuing external factors, you go run all your life. It seems that God cheated you, but it's not true. We are all here by divine selection, with the touch of God's content embedded in us. Just like God deposited natural resources in all nations, Like us, we have crude oil, we have gold, we have, we have things. But man must discover. It's a man's job to discover it, develop it, and deploy it. So you can see, I said, in the blessed, before the fall of man, that is bracketed in the blessed context, there is no sweat. The tree brings forth fruit to man, bearing seed after his kind. Consumption enables production. But in the cost context, after the fall of man in Genesis 3, consumption produces scarcity and lack, full stop. If you have written that one down, shall I? Okay. So why we have scarcity and lack is because of the fall of man. So, but I'm going to say how a man was redeemed back. But a man was redeemed, that means you have to see work. God will not do your work for you. You will not go to God's own. God created this life so he can pass through life and be transformed. Life was not meant to be easy. Life is a transformation. So we can come to correct me, some things are hard. Show me anybody that doesn't have passed through life. Everybody have head, and he might not be the same size, but everybody has his own size. So looking at it today, I write it that I said, but in the cost context, consumption produces scarcity and lack, full stop. You have written that one down, shall I? Okay, in the blessed context of the paradise of God's original intent, the authentic man is a thinking being and belongs to the thinking class. I said, in the blessed context before the fall of man, of the paradise of God's original intent, the authentic man is a thinking being and belongs to the thinking class. I will take it small. In the blessed context, that is before the fall of man, of the paradise of God's original intent. He said, let us create man in our image and likeness. That means God told us he's a creator in Genesis 1. He did not tell us I'm holy, I am righteous, I'm kind. No. God told man he's a creator. He showed man he talked to man. He wants to know he's a creator. So you are supposed to create. You are a creative being. Everything you can see in this world right now was created by man and for man. The light, the bulbs, the shoe, the clothes. So men are why are you not creating? I told you something the other day. I said Mercedes is somebody's name. Benz is somebody's name. Toyota is somebody's name. Of course, Rolex is somebody's name. Gucci is somebody's name. Dangote is somebody's name. Tell your neighbor, what is your name? So, what is your name? You need to come and make a name. Everybody came to make a name in this life. Everybody. Even Jesus Christ. He came to have a name. At the mention of the name of Jesus, every name was bow. We'll come to all those ones. So, you can have a name. So, in the blessed context, God's original context, me and you, the God's original intent that the authentic man is a thinking being. We are thinking being. Animals don't do what man can do. Animals don't improve. Dog is a dog since they came here. House is a horse. Cat is a cat. Only man can think. In the blessed context of the paradise of God's original intent, the authentic man is a thinking being and belongs to a thinking class. So you belong to a thinking class. If you act anything otherwise, you are self-sabotaging yourself. You are acting below your capacity. You are denying your nature as a thinker, as a creator. People, when you don't create, you become victims. When you're supposed to be a victor. So I said, in the blessed context of the paradise of God's original intent, the authentic man is a thinking being and belongs to a thinking class, full stop. So you can see the original man, the fallen man, and the redeemed man. The redeemed man has a paradise restored internally, then externally. What God did right now is that He's restoring us internally first, then what? Externally. So how does he want this to happen? That's why the whole thing has to be transformed. Transformation doesn't happen from outside, it happens from inside. What happens from outside is called transactional, it's called contributing factor, it's called external factor. They can't stop you, they can slow you down, but they cannot stop you. They can delay you, they cannot stop you. What stopped men from succeeding? What stopped men from becoming rich and wealthy is what is happening inside of them. And those things are fear, those things are doubt, those things are anxiety, those things are worry, those things are self-sabotaging, of course, words. They use their mouth to sabotage themselves, limiting beliefs in themselves. Because man has not taken time to sit down to say, why am I here on earth? I'm not here by mistake. I'm here for significant purpose. So I need to discover myself. That is where it starts from. When you need to discover yourself, that's where transformation starts from. And you must transform yourself to transform everything around you. Once you grow, everything grows. Wealth does not exceed personal development. So we are redeemed men that the paradise restored back internally, of course, before externally. I would like everybody to write this one down. If you've not written anything today, I said it yesterday, I'll repeat again today. I am in the thinking class. Write it boldly on your notes. On your phone, I am in the thinking class. I belong to the thinking class because I am made in the image and likeness of God. I belong to the thinking class. I belong to the thinking class. I belong to the thinking class. I am in the thinking class. So people that are successful today, they are being paid more for thinking than people that are being paid for doing things with their hand. Look, if those who are doing their hand is called laborers. They are being paid the lowest in every society. In the banking industry, those that sweep the floor, they get paid the less. In the hotel industry, those that arrange the room safe, they are being paid the less. People are being paid more. People that think they use their mind and their mouth to communicate, because the highest form of value creation. I don't want to go and make money as an entrepreneur, go and make money as a businessman. No, you must understand who you are. Your identity is more important. You are more than enough. Say, I'm more than enough. So write this one. I think we repeat it. Let me just repeat this one more thing before we go to the topic for today. I said, to reflect God. To reflect God. Understand the word reflect. We ended with this yesterday. To reflect God, we must think, understand the one thing, and share our thought. To reflect God in our life, we must think and share our thoughts. Understand, reflect, underline, reflect, understand, underline, think, underline thoughts. To reflect God in your business, in your marriage, in your family, in your church. To reflect God in all you do, we must think and share our thoughts. So you don't want to think and share your thoughts. You're acting less. To reflect God, we must think and share our thoughts. So I encourage everybody, when you go back home, get a thinking chair, get a thinking corner. Go to one part of your room, put a chair there, get a corner. Tell everybody, announce everybody, please, when I sit on this chair, nobody should disturb me. You need only two things on that chair. You need a journal or a note. I don't like paper. Paper is not a document that you can rely upon. Get 20 leaf, 30 leaf, 50 leaf on hardcover note. Get a journal. As you are thinking, write your thought. Anything you think and write it down. You trap that thought on the surface of the earth. The only thing that can stop that thought from being a reality is you didn't take corresponding action. If you take equivalent action, it becomes a reality. Because I'm going to talk about, some of us don't understand that most of us are caged lion. You cage the lion. That you carry your mind and cage yourself. The greatest cage on earth is fear, doubt, anxiety, worry. You thinking of what people say. People opinion don't pay your bills. You have a $1 billion idea. Instead of taking action with a $1 billion idea, you're afraid of what people think about you. See, the worst thing to do is to communicate a $1 billion idea to a man with a cup mindset. You have an ocean idea, say to somebody a small-minded person, say it's not possible, and discourage you and bring you down. That's the worst thing about you. So you need a thinking chair. Every great man has a thinking corner. Every great man has a thinking chair. Like I keep telling people, my routine is very simple. Every rich man has a routine. We have habits, because we don't want to have our life complicated. Early morning, I bath, come to the office, go back home. At the first 3 hours, I have 3 children. Spend time with my 3 children. Once it's 9 o'clock, everybody goes to your room. And my children, they can talk. They can talk for Africa. They talk about everything. And then once it's 9 o'clock, it's my wife's time. They have 9, 10, 11. 11 o'clock, baby, leave me alone. That time, wonder what movie? Fine. Discuss? Fine. Talk? Fine. Everything fine. 11 o'clock is my time. Yeah, I have to get to my thinking chair with my pen and paper. Nobody talk to me at that time. She avoid me. It's my time. I sit down there, I think about my life. Man supposed to live life by design. Life, you succeed in life by design. Tell not design. Not by accident. You design your life. What will give you fulfillment is that you design the life you live. When the government design the life for you, you will not enjoy it. When another person design life for you, you will not enjoy it. So you are the architect of your success in life. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming the government. The moment you stop blaming, that's what poor people do. Poor people blame, complain, justify. That is their problem. Because they feel that I'm not capable. They always think that God will feel emotions and feelings. No. Hey, God help me, God, I'm dying. No. You have to understand how God works. God put all the systems in place. Just the law of gravity. Anything that jumps up, come down. Anything that suspends this thing up is called miracle. Tell me miracle. Miracle is supreme being stopping the natural laws in your favor. So you're not expected to live life like that. So follow natural laws. See, learn. Just understand principles. Why people don't learn is because I told you something, I'll be repeating myself all this while. That the scripture says, he that walk with the wise will be what? Wise. That's Proverbs 18, verse 18. 20. The companion of fools will what? Destroy. Now walking with the foolish person, you have to destroy your life. He's not saying you're foolish. Who is the foolish person? Proverbs 1, verse 22. He says, fools do what? Hate knowledge. Why people are struggling? Because of they hate knowledge. The Bible says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So people don't want to sit down and arrange their thoughts. What is knowledge? Information, package. Tell how to solve a problem. And what is understanding? You can explain it. What is wisdom? You can apply it. If you know and you don't apply, you don't know. He that know it and do it is not him is the same. So if you say you know and you don't apply it, you don't know anything. If you say you know something and you don't apply, you don't know anything. He that says you know and do it is not, it's not working. So you must know what you apply. And what you should know today is that I'm a creator. What you know today, I'm a thinking class. And you need to think your life. Think and grow rich. Think your life. Use the imagination. It's called imagination. Picture nation. Picture Picture the life you want to live. Stand up and take deliberate action. Tell them deliberate action. People will laugh at you. Everybody that do anything great, they will laugh at you. I told you something that there's a law called the law of equivalent and equal and opposite reaction. So anything you want to do, you want to say you want to make 1 million naira, you have equivalent 1 million naira challenges in your life. So if you don't understand, you fall a victim. So when the challenges come, you're already aware. Turn aware. The first law of what is called the law of awareness. So don't write this one up, listen to me. The image and likeness of God is invisible in the creative appetite and capacity of human being. Is the insatiable appetite to create and our limitless capacity to create the fundamental differentiating animal from man. That's what makes man differentiate, because we can create. Dog cannot build skyscraper. Dog is a dog since it came here, but only man can build internet. It can build, of course, communication. Only man has improved the world better than the way it is. Write this one down. Even though animals have almost the same physiological and biological level similarities, even though animals have the same physiological and biological level of similarities, even though animals have the same physiological and biological level of similarities, but man have distinctive, insatiable appetite to create. Even though animals have almost the same physiological and biological level of similarities, but man have distinctive, insatiable appetite to create. Okay, I always do something like this. As people always ask me, I say, even though animals like baboon, gorilla, and all those set of animals, even though animals have almost the same physical and biological digestive particular part of the body level of similarities, but man have distinctive, insatiable appetite to create. Let me write it there. Man have distinctive, insatiable appetite to create. I said the purpose of man purpose on earth, in case you don't know your purpose, is to create. Your purpose is to create, connect, and contribute. That is a man purpose on earth. Life is about contribution. Where do you create? You create with your mind. That's how you think. How do you create? How do you create? You create your mind in your imagination. In your imagination. Imagination means an imagination. It means a picture nation. So how do you create? Mental arrangement of thought. Creating happens. Mental arrangement of thought is creating. Mental arrangement of thought. Mental arrangement of thought is to create. It's fantastic. Can I help me reduce this thing small? Thank you. Mental arrangement of thought. And you produce physically. So what makes man different from animal? Even though we have almost the same physiological and biological level of similarities, but man have distinctive, insatiable appetite to do what? Create. That's what gives you fulfillment. Creating gives you fulfillment. I talk about this all the time in our classes. Those regular students will see. So what gives fulfillment? What gives you? What makes you? What will be your calling? What makes you fulfilled as a person? Purpose is that you are creating. That is why we give you information so you can create the life you want to live. So our imagination, which is the fountain of ideas, write it down. Our imagination, which is the fountain of ideas, and our thoughts that differentiate us from animal. Our imagination, which is the fountains of ideas, and our thoughts differentiate us from animals. So you are not an animal. You are in a higher class. You are not an animal. You are in the being of Christ. You are a creative being. You are a creator. So don't ever tell yourself I'm a higher animal. No, you are not. You are a spiritual being. So because our imagination, which is the fountain of ideas, and our thoughts differentiate us from animal. So what differentiates man from animal is that we are creative beings. We can create. Since you know you can create and you are not creating, you are doing yourself a disfavor. Because anything that is not happening in your life the way you want, it is your responsibility to create. I told you the man's first job, the ancient trait, is that the man is a creative being. Man is supposed to create. That you are not creating, you are functioning below your capacity. So I'm here to remind you, go back and create your life. How do you create your life? Let's take for example, the earth was without void, darkness was face of the deep, and the spirit of the Lord hovers on the water. We said that hovering means to incubate, means to meticulously arrange, means to calculate, means to evaluate. That thing is called thinking. And the Holy Spirit of God hovering He said, let there be what? Light. He called light out of darkness. The same thing. Everything that is not working in your life, the darkness part of your life, finances, relationship, business, you can call forth light. How do you do that? You sit down to create the life is live. See, everything you see every entrepreneur do today was once an idea in the mind of the entrepreneur. But we play like movie. We believe the idea. We are just one idea away from our breakthrough. We're coming to that. That the idea that you need that will change your life is already in your mind. But most of us, after taking the idea, you become this magician that is chained. This magician that can perform a lot of magic, but is crippled with his mindset. Mindset is the major limitations of man. And you can grow your mindset, there's no limitation anywhere. You see the infinite possibilities. I say a man is the only being that can tell the world iron can fly on the sky. People laughed at them. Bicycle repairers, the white brothers, they keep trying. They go to the imagining, they work on it consistently. One day, they launch the first aircraft. Never happened in the history of man. But today, they have aircraft everywhere. Man is the one that tells the world light can put up on the bulb. They try and try and try and try. So Edison became the fourth generation who tried to invent electric bulb. Today, electric bulb, the shoes you wear, the clothes you wear, the seat you're sitting down was once an idea in the mind of the entrepreneur. What happened? They took action. They were courageous. They took steps. What about you? Those ideas in your mind that will change your world and change the world. You are too afraid of what people say. You lack courage. I know. The thing is that because of the way the environment is, I will tell you why you come to that point and why you need to come out of that point, because you cannot desire something you are not aware of. So now I begin to bring your awareness to your capacity, your potentials. Now you are aware. You are strong. Say, I am strong. Say, I'm in charge. Everybody can come late. I will not worry. Mr. Fantastic, you stand on top of that chair. God bless you. You can't be coming late. I cannot tolerate it from you. So sorry, sir. I'm not responsible for your leadership, but that you have to stand on the chair. No, this one. Yeah, thank you. You stand on that chair. You kept me standing today. You are not born again. We have to lay hands on you and two legs, two hands. This man here, I can tolerate everybody, but you, no way. No way. It will not repeat himself again. Look at the man that made me stand for hours. Can you see the man? Look at his face. I'm asking Tim. It is what it is. And I'm fine boy, no pimple. I can tolerate everybody, you can tolerate your lateness, but this man, no way. He must stand on top of the chair. I'm not going to be picked. You more me. You more me. I'm not be to myself. No, you punishment. You it will run me. I will wreck me. Okay. So let's move on today. So I want you to know that you are in charge. Say, I'm in charge. Stop acting like if you are not a king here. Stop acting as if you're a small boy. You are the boss here. Tell I'm the boss. No. Touch yourself. Say, I'm a success. That one is begging for the charge card. Touch yourself. Say, I'm a millionaire. That's who you are. Anything other thing is a lie. That I told you something, all true and not truth. So stop telling me about the fact in your life. Stop complaining. And let me repeat again for those who are joining for this. I told you that not all true are true. Not all true. True are fact. True are reality. That's the reality. That's what I say. Reality. But it's not truth. All true are not truth. For example, I told you the fact, the reality is that lion will eat Daniel. But the truth, lion did not eat Daniel. Reality, nobody walked on water. That's the truth. But truth, Christ walked on water. Reality, fire will burn shake that nation Abednego. The truth, fire did not burn them. So stop telling me my life. Okay, you don't understand the fact that I don't have money. No, that is just the truth. The Bible says you shall know the truth. And it has said truth. It didn't say true. It didn't say fact. It's a reality. Stop defining yourself based on your reality. You are more than enough. Say I'm more than enough. So define yourself based on the truth. You are part of the thinking class. You know why? You are made in the image and likeness. I did not say so. Christ says so. He said, I told you something that the day you create, therefore the day you produce. So you're part of the thinking class. The day you create on your check, the day you come please fiscal. So you don't believe because some of us want these miracles to happen. I'm a millionaire to want to go to happen. No. Everything on earth, everything that is on this earth follows time. Turn on time. You cannot give birth. You cannot pregnant 9 women for them to give birth in the next month. They must take 9 months. Turn on 9 months. I even told you something that God did. I told you you are a creative being. You are a creator. You are a thinking class. And it's also creating your mind. Thinking. Of course, that's where ideas comes from. So, and I told you in Genesis 1, verse 27, God created man in his image. In Genesis 2, verse 7, God formed man. The day he created man, from the day he formed man, he created man already in the mind and came to it and implement it. So, creating and formation is different days. Fantastic, come down. Creating and formation is different days. So, you should not come and tell me, Rongi, understand. Okay? So, monkeys don't have the chance to create, to build buildings. They don't have time to build real estate. They don't have time to do that. Man, write this one down. Man sits and think about ideas. Man should sit and think. Man should, write it like man should or must. Man must. Let me put must for all of you. Man must sit and think about ideas. then entertain them and seek to materialize his intention. Man must sit and think about his ideas. Man must sit and think about his ideas, entertain them, then seek to materialize his intention. That is the only way man materializes his intention. The way God sits down and think about his idea in Genesis 1:27 and comes in Genesis 2:7 to materialize his concept. If you don't think, man must sit and think about his ideas, entertain them. Entertainment, you have to play like movie. Play cut, stop, play cut. Entertain it. The clearer the picture in your mind, the better for you. The more clarity, the more powerful you become. Man must sit and think about his ideas, entertain them, then seek to materialize his intention. That's how man creates. Everything you see about me, I made it up. Everything about every rich man, they made it up. They made it up about themselves. So you must also make up things about yourself. I know you make up great things. Think big things. Don't ever make up small thoughts about yourself. Man must sit and think about his ideas, entertain them. That is playing like movie in your mind. Then seek to materialize his intention. God sit down to entertain his ideas in Genesis 1:27. He said, let us create man in our image and likeness. He talked about, he saw an image. He said, let us create man in our image. He saw an image in his mind. He communicated with his team. And then after they spent time, it happened in the next chapter. No, he took time and then came in Genesis 2 to materialize his idea. So why are you not materializing your idea? Because you don't believe your thought. Why don't you believe your thought? I'm going to give you a reason why you don't believe your thought. Because the whole world, the whole environment wants you to disbelieve yourself. They want to fight external factors. They present external factors to you as if that is the cause of your limitations. Oh, it's the economy. Oh, it's the government. Oh, nobody likes you. Oh, nobody gives you money. Oh, nobody is supporting you. You feel that is a problem. No, that is not the real enemy. The real enemy is already embedded in you, which is what? Fear, doubt, limiting beliefs, anxiety, worry, inability to stand up and take action because you're afraid. Stop being afraid. You now see, judge yourself. The greatest cage a man has ever caged himself is a cage of fear, thinking of what people think about you. Everyone that ever created anything, they always laugh at them. You don't want them to laugh at you. That's why you're afraid. Hey, I'm managed. Let me just, you can cover yourself and limit yourself to just peanuts. They're not peanuts. You are more than enough. Say, I'm more than enough. Just you don't realize it too early. That is all the problem. If you realize it early enough, they're going to take some level of action. The more people laugh at you, the better for you. Show me a great man. If you don't want to become a leader, you don't want to be criticized, don't be a leader. All leaders are being criticized. If you like do good, like do bad. Mouth must talk, so let the mouth talk. And don't ever come and tell anybody to like you. Poor men want to be liked, rich men want to be respected. We don't care about your likeness, we care about significant impact. Show me a man, people don't care about you. They don't care about you. Dangote doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about what you say. Nobody likes Dangote cement. Nobody likes the Pepsi or Coca-Cola product. Nobody likes it. Not everybody likes Mercedes-Benz. Say that car is too expensive. What is he even worth it? Not everybody like Rolls-Royce. Me, I love Rolls-Royce. Because that car is not a car. It's called luxury. It's not a luxury. A car of 600 million. That is not a car. 600 million naira. That is not a car. That is called luxury. It's not a luxury. Like me, I don't wear wristwatch. I have one in my purse. Okay, I'm looking to buy one day. I'll buy Rolex, 45 million naira. That is not wristwatch. It's called luxury. Until I have that 45 million to buy that Rolex, I don't go wear another wristwatch. Can't say that. I must wear Rolex. I'm part of the thinking class. That is my life. I told you, I cannot go less. I refuse to be less. I keep saying that I cannot live less than 1,000 or shelter. Ben that lives in 1,000 shelter, I have to eat. I don't want to I want to own the street to myself. It will run me because I made it up to myself. This will run me but that it be. Today, it don't happen. I own the street in shelter and it's getting work from me. So I said, no, I will own a private jet. It's just in mind. I have to think about it, work daily about it. That's why when my 40th birthday, will meet me in Dubai in my private jet. And I told my wife before, when I was living in one room, no mattress, just 2 pillows in my house and 1 fridge. I went to Enugu to carry from my sister's house. They said, baby girl, you marry me, I'll take you to Dubai on honeymoon. My wife will laugh. We never even married that time. He said, you will never get to mattress. I said, we'll go to Dubai for honeymoon. I know. He thought, where am I? I take her 2 weeks to Dubai for honeymoon. She was saying, buy, shop. You know, if you carry things, come back. We do cargo, 1 point something. They go, our goods go before us, before we start to enter flight, they come. Because of what? There's abundance. It's just your mindset. Make it about yourself. Make things up. Don't ever stop. Will there be challenges? People laugh at me now. My friends start laughing at me. Today, one chatted me this morning from Oka. He said, we'll do 50 billion. Then they tell me, that thing they tell us for Oka. Say you're going to do this, I will not believe you. But now, it don't happen. It's a reality in the mind. Just create your life. You are in charge. Stop complaining. So I want to show you something today that you are the boss. Say, I'm the boss. You are the boss. You are the boss of your life. Boss your life. Be in charge. So the only way God reveals himself to us Write this one down. The only way God reveals himself to us, the only way God reveals himself to us about himself is his creative capacity. The only way God reveals himself about to us is his creative capacity and nature in Genesis 1. That is the only way he did in Genesis 1. The only way God reveals himself to us about himself is his creative capacity and nature in Genesis 1, full stop. So God revealed himself to us in Genesis 1 as his creative capacity and nature. So that's the only way God reveals himself to us. In Genesis 1, God revealed himself to man. God revealed himself to us about himself is his creative capacity and nature. So we know God. We didn't know God as love, merciful, holy. You only know his attributes as a creative being. The only way God revealed himself to us about himself is his creative capacity and nature in Genesis 1. That's what God did. So God revealed himself to us in Genesis 1 as a creative being, his creative capacity and nature. That is a creator. That is the attribute he shows to man. He did not show man love, peace, kindness, holiness. All attributes God did not show. God shows us, the first thing God showed us in the scripture is that he's a creative being, his creative capacity and nature. That's the first thing he revealed to man. The only thing God revealed to us in Genesis 1 about himself is his creative capacity and nature. So, and he also told us that he created us in his image and what? Likeness. That means we are supposed to create like him. So write this one down again. I know that my first English is stubborn and small, but let me go back again. That's my first English. The only way God revealed himself to us about himself is his creative capacity and nature in Genesis 1. So he did not show us the other attributes of love, holiness, peace, merciful. He did not show us those. He showed us his creative capacity so that you know the first thing you should know about yourself is that you're a creative being. Whenever God talks about himself, he's actually talking about us because he created us in his image and likeness. So write this one down. Man is a creator by nature. Man is a creator by nature. Man is a creator by nature. And we are all creative beings. Man is a creator by nature. And we are all creative beings. So how do man create? Man creates in the mind. How do man create in the mind? Using imagination, image nation, picture nation. How does he do that? By thinking, mental arrangement of his thoughts. That's how creation happens. The day you create is not the day you produce. The day you create, the day you produce. Until that thing has been clear with your mind, until you have arranged your thought about your life, and it's so clear, that will empower you to take action. If what you create about your life is positive, of course, is moving in your favor, you have the power to take action. If what you create about your life is negative, of course, is limiting in nature, you actually procrastinate. So stop making up negative things about your life. Stop thinking negative about your life. You can stop the bed from pitching on your head, but you cannot stop it from flying over the head. You can stop negative thoughts. You cannot stop negative thoughts from flying over your mind, but you can stop from dwelling on it. Don't dwell on negative things. What crippled me so much is that how can a man sit down and think about himself and have the audacity and the effrontery to open his mouth and say, I am poor, I am broke, I have sickness. You cannot be saying negative things about yourself. For even if you are playing, don't say things you don't want to become true about yourself. Because you don't know that you're a creator. That means you say those things, you just vomited those things into reality. And that is the most difficult part of life. People say, I told a story about the last trip last month. We went to Lagos last month. We went to Lagos. Last month, we went to Lagos. So on my way, I was boarding back to Uyo. So I got to the airport. So I met a guy that is an architect. He was supposed to assist me in one or two things. I was just fine with the guy. Me and him we sat on the same thing. We didn't know we bought the same ticket. The same thing. We sat. So we just thing. So we were talking about his job as an architect. He said he has been practicing, I think, for 18 years now. He has one boy that worked from the very first year till today. That boy has been with him as a laborer. The men come in, some of them come in as a laborer, but they moved to acquire more skills and live. He's the only one. You know something about this guy, when you talk about this of thinking and saying negative things about yourself, and the guy always says something like, every small thing, but that is God punish me. He said, oh, go and carry the blood. He said, if I not carry that blood, but do and this, me and God punish me. So one day, after 2-3 years, he was not happy with the boy. Because he said, don't you know, say, ever since I met you, so this you're struggling financially in your life. It's not because of the result of what you say. And after talking to the boy, after 2-3 weeks, the boy stopped and go back to his nature because of the way he was brought up. If he came from an abusive background, that they always abuse people. So please don't always say things. And that boy has remained. And when I was telling him when he's like, we spoke from Lagos to you, and we now say, oh, it's true. Like, the thing came in his mind, but he didn't know how to arrange it and package it to the boy to understand. And you know me, I like to write. I bring paper, I write to say, educate the boy. Let him come to the understanding of who he is. That he's a creator. That whatever you say in your mouth, you're actually creating your life. You're actually, so if you're saying negative things, you are the one throwing stones on your path of greatness. That's why you have a difficult path. How can you be throwing stone on the road you are moving that will take you to greatness? If you ups and down, you will not be enjoying the journey. So start now and have positive conversion. We cannot have a positive conversion when your mind has not, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So you must invest in your mind. You must put in good things in your mind for good things to come out. So how do you do that? It comes from thinking chain, because you are part of the thinking class. You must behave like one. So I would like us to write this down. Very important about this. Man have insatiable appetite and a limitless capacity. Because you didn't know this. But if you know it, a lot you would have done by now. Man have an insatiable appetite and a limitless capacity to create. If you know there's no limitation, if you understand this, you'll be creating things like you like now. Man have an insatiable appetite and a limitless capacity to create. That is why reflecting God means thinking and sharing our thoughts. Full stop. Man have an insatiable appetite and a limitless capacity to create. That is why reflecting God means thinking and sharing our thoughts. Thinking and commenting. Man has an insatiable appetite and a limitless capacity to create. That is why reflecting God means thinking and sharing our thoughts. Even though you are not born again. As a Nimrod, he told the world, there was no technology, no phone, no internet. That let us come together. I'll come to that very soon. In Genesis 11. Let us build a tower. Today we know by science. There's no way we can build it. Because on the space, there's a lot. They have to revolve and rotate. So you can see the world. But God saw his creative power. Even though you are not born again. He can create wealth. Because man is making. So why are you limiting yourself? Now you are born again. Jesus. You carry divinity and you are looking at yourself. Greater is he that is in me. No, let's say it together. Tell your neighbor. Greater is he. That is in me. No. Pause. Go back again. Let's say one thing again. Greater is he that is in me. No. You never enter. Let's digest it. One more time. Greater is he that is in me. That where? That he is the world. External factor. Contributing factor. Why? We are telling you, even though you are not born again, even though you didn't even accept Christ, you can create anything. You can create anything. But you know why you're afraid of standing up for yourself? You're looking at limitations. Let me tell you something happened today. Until you create a vision in your mind, there will not be provision. Pro comes because there's a vision. Providing comes because there's a vision. Why are you not getting the provision you need to succeed? You've not come with a big, gigantic, global, generational idea. It came to your mind, but you never believed it. It came to your mind. Have you never talked about an idea before? I want to bring pure water now and say pure water is lacking in this area. And I'm thinking about it. Next week somebody is doing it. Say, Martin, because you lack action. God did not just think about man and talk about man in Genesis 1:27. He came to the earth in Genesis 2:7 to form man. The little bit of thought of action. Because he did not believe to take action. As when somebody says it's too expensive, I can't afford it, it's not so it comes your mouth. It's because the person has bumped his head on the straight ceiling. He doesn't see any reason to take action. There's nothing he cannot afford. Nothing. Always ask questions and say, how can I? Tell them, how can I? How can I afford this? How can I become great? You want to say, make a statement, make positive statement. Questions open the mind. Statement closes the mind. So don't make a negative statement about yourself. You're going to close your mind from even thinking, oh, it's too difficult. Nothing is too difficult. Is you are willing to learn. I always ask this question in almost all my classes. I always ask this question. I will have to ask the question again today because I like to, because repetition is the mother of learning. I want to ask you something. Answer me yes, if I learn how. Can you become a millionaire? Yes, if I learn how. Can you become a billionaire? Yes, if I learn how. Can you achieve all your financial dreams in life? Yes, if I learn how. Can you become, can you make more money every day? Yes, if I learn how. Can you make 28 million in 12 months? The problem is learning. Until you're ready to learn how, things will not just work for you. I said, you see, this is what they do. I don't like reading. I don't like it. As a champions don't do what they do what they don't like. Champions do what they don't like, just because they want to become champions. I don't like this thing I'm teaching you. I don't like it, but it's just what champions do. All the people that come to Edmond, the job, all those Messi, Ronaldo, most of them like it. But they have to do it. They also get tired, a woman being. It's also tiring. It's also boring. All of them are married up to 5 years. Me, I'm 8 years, I'm 9 years now. Marriage is boring. It's tiring. Get tired. It's no excitement again. Nothing interests us. Even the young we know the phone and talk again. Say, but I keep outside. Move the worker front. We don't need that again. We don't need that again. It's not interesting. But we have to remain in the whole thing there. You know, one chop rubbish, no Mario. Rubbish full and both man and woman. You just stop and the worker they go. When he enjoys for peace to reign. Everything like get tiring. You're a man of God. This man is just barely 2 years, 1 year. Don't get tired already. See your face. Sometimes you come office and look in and say, how far? He said, okay, you don't understand. I said, I understand. One day they stood Mr. Victor. He came and complained to me, he said, okay, excuse me. And I said, they do it for us. I said, 100 times 2. He said, okay, you don't come. I said, I mean, how can a woman be saying, okay, stand here? Me, a fool me. Me with the control battalion, go stand. I can ask you stupid question. Why are you coming back late? I'm like small picking. Me. I looked and said, only one woman rubbish I could talk for this life. I'm not trying my next canteen again. Like only one woman rubbish I could talk. Now only your own. Now I just now me they stand, they give question. The karake off the Canada. Adami. I mean yung makanda. Coming here. Baby, I want to bring this. The wall rubbish when you carry belly. Oh my God. Oh. They use me like 5 and 6 panel. After shouting in the office, I come back home. He said, baby, I want to eat shawarma. Now only me go. I said, can I order? He said, no. The one you go and buy is the one that is sweeter. I said, no. I'll keep quiet. Enter my car, Mumu man. Drive. Enter Madame Shawarma. I come and say, no, I don't want the one with the chicken. I want the one with the pizza. I say, which kind of life? I keep quiet, put up a fridge. Come out again. You must come out to rubbishing. The worst way you don't get money. Don't be poor as a married man. Don't be poor. Don't come to the party. You don't get money if I don't start. But now you are very stupid. You must buy a recharge. You say, baby, you are back. I'm offering my data. I'm owning your own data. Now me like this. You got my data. No go there. No one talk rubbish. Now me buy car, give him driver. You got him, they go with that. They go asking, maybe, can you bring the police? Come arrange this idiot. I said, I keep quiet. No talk to him like that. He said, this man, I said, shut up. They come. I reason why the ginger. Arrange all of them. I go meet them and tell them, come and beg. No vex. Nothing happen. What are you talking there? I say, what they go? I'm very sorry. I don't know what happened. And they just forgive. He said, give me one say that's your husband. Give me one share rubbish. I can't say, no, be like that. No, now woman talk now. I mean, say, what did you just do now? I saw all of them. I say, enter the car with the grass. Oh, you want to make me and my fellow man fight? Me and my fellow man, as I find like this, they give one blow. My mother again. Now this is nice in the house. You think I thought you have strength. I want to make the fight. I said, the guy said, no, me and you. Now only sorry, I don't sorry. No tell me that thing. Sorry, just I go repair your car for you. You know, the people no follow them, oh. Man, no follow them, oh. We no go there. Let's continue. You go chop rubbish for peace to reign. Okay, let's waste my time now. I don't talk past my body. Some days are like that. We stop it today. Tell us today. Continue tomorrow. So man is a creative being. You are a thinking being. So I've not gotten there. So when I come Monday, I thought the factory, I will finish this particular one, remaining to our three chapters, three statements or so. I know the factory of system, school system. I want you to know that you are the boss here on this earth. The earth is for man. So man is supposed to dominate his domain. And you must create your domain. Because until you create your domain, you cannot dominate. You need to conquer. So what limits man is that man don't suddenly just realize because of the fall. And because of the school system. The school system was the one. It happened in the Industrial Revolution. I have a big note for you here. That there was a need to create people to work in the factory. So you need to work with your hands. We need much laborers. That was why men started losing on facts. But right now, there's a restoration. For man to come back to original state to create and communicate. They not create and communicate. Look at every great man you see today. They don't work in their business. All of them work on their business. Working in the business means your hand is everywhere. Like octopus. You are the procurement officer. You are the delivery staff. You are the production officer. You are the this, you are the that. You are everywhere. So entrepreneurship looks as if it's difficult. Because they know you can be everywhere and come back home and not be tired. So that's why man is supposed to function only at the highest level of value creation. Because money is a slave of value. What did I say? So if you don't understand that money follows value, and you go and be implement and be like everywhere like octopus. I want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. Find few things that put in. I talked about the Pareto principle, the 80%, 20% rule 2 days ago. Focus on the 20% things you do that give the 80% of the results you have in your life. So I would like to end up with this statement. So let us write this last one before we call it today. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. That's how the world is being created. Even God created the world we live today by thinking. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. Anyone who fails to think and communicate his ideas is going to be subject and servant to his environment and will now be a master of his environment. Full stop. We're going to stop today. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. Anyone who fails to think and communicate his ideas is going to be a servant and subject to their environment and will never be a master of his environment. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. Anyone who fails to think and communicate his ideas is going to be a servant and subject to their environment and will never be a master of that environment, of their environment, of his environment. So that's what we're going to stop today. We create our world by thinking and communicating our ideas. And anyone who fails to think and communicate his idea is going to be a servant or a subject to their environment and will never be a master over that environment or over the environment. So you are supposed to be a master. But there's some arrangement of thoughts, arrangement of an event, arrangement of concepts that will make you give you this position without not much struggle. Because if you understand this, it's an icing on the cake. So we'll stop here today. We'll continue on Monday. If you think you've learned something, you've not learned anything yet. When I get to the factory school system, equal opportunity, the art of conversation, it's going to be mind-blowing. Finally mind-blowing. That you leave that class and you don't stand up to do things for yourself that will give you millions and billions of naira. Okay? You're just, I don't know who's suddenly going to help you, because I hate to see people being broke and poor. You're not supposed to be broke and poor. So this is what we're going to stop today. On the online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands at the shade of mentor will see far. See you at the top. See you on Monday. Happy weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Bye-bye for now. So for the rest of us here, I want to be sure I'm not talking to chairs. I'm talking to human being. So I want to check your notes. Maybe we'll just take two comments, two contributions, and then we call it a day. So what do you learn today? Maybe just something, maybe everything. What do you learn? I'd like to share something with me today. What do you take home today?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
What I learned is that